Greetings, Earthlings! Hey, it's Jared from Bliz Studio, finally in my true form. Here I am. I know it's been a while. It takes a while to get back to my planet, so I warped back to Earth so I could give you an update on what's happening with the game. Well, I'm still defending my planet, but let's take a look. I've spent a little bit of time on trying to get together a missile system, and in this missile system has a single missile that seeks out enemy targets, and I just put in a multi-missile system. So now when I fire it, it fires out 5 missiles all at once. Hey, if you can hit them once, why not hit them 5 times too, right? So now I can switch back and forth. I have the logic in that makes it choose which one that you want to use. And then of course the counter for how that works. And then if you're on the multi and you trying to shoot out 5 missiles, but you don't have 5 missiles, it won't let you. Got the sound to give a little bit of feedback to the user for that. So that's cool. And then I added some more sounds. So I've got like a shield sound in there now. And I've got this sound that makes it works when the enemy missiles hit the shield. So it's got its own cool little sound. Again, I'm probably going to be tweaking on those a little bit, and let's see, what else am I doing? I have started working on a level generation system, and that's not complete yet, but I've started it. Let's go ahead and play to see how it works. Oh, here we go. I'm firing. I can switch back and forth between my missiles. As you can see in my UI, I've now switched to the 5 missile version. Now I'm gonna switch back and I can fire that. And I've got multiple incoming missiles. Oh, I put power-ups in there. I've got power-ups for health and I have power-ups for more missiles, which I desperately need at this moment. My health is like going down bad. Let's get that health. Sometimes my shield just saves me. Let's get this guy. There we go. Oh, I just missed a missile power up. There we go. So that is kind of what I've been working on. So I have that cool missile system that works, and let's take a look at how that system works. Let me drink some coffee. Us aliens like to drink coffee too. Oh yeah, that always hits the spot. Cool, so let's take a look at this. What have I done? Oh no. Okay, so we have a fire control system, and it would really be good if we could see more of our Playmaker FSM here. And I'm gonna scrunch that window down. Let's see if we can scrunch this one a little bit. So currently I have a missile fire system. So it goes and it's checking for input. And then I'm also taking the number of missiles that I have and then converting that to a string. That's what I update this number with. And so if I do fire a missile, I'm gonna go check to see if I even have missiles, right? And if I do have missiles, then I'm gonna go and update my UI. So I'm gonna subtract 1 because I'm using that 1. And then I'm updating that text. Then I'm actually firing a missile. This happens pretty quick, so it's not like it's taking any time here. Then I'm waiting just a little bit because I don't want you to fire just missiles rapidly, right? I want you to have to wait just a little bit. So it waits 1 second before you can fire a second missile. And then it goes back to the waiting to see if anything happens, if somebody pushes the button. Cool, so that is the single fire missile setup. Now let's go to the multi-fire. I have just a little bit different, but it's very, very similar. So I'm listening for when somebody fires. Then I'm gonna go over to my missile count check and see if I have 5 missiles in there because it shoots out 5 missiles at once. So if I don't have 5 missiles, I'm not gonna shoot 5 missiles, right? So I'm checking to see if I have 5 missiles. If I don't, then I go to this little sound that bonks that lets you know that, hey, you don't have missiles. And because it doesn't have any missiles, I just have it go back to listening for the button input again. But if I do have more than 5, oh yeah, then I'm going to update my UI, right, to subtract 5. Again, converting those and making that number change up there in the UI. Then I'm going and actually firing my missile. I have a laser sound in there, but I'm going to change that here eventually. And then I'm also waiting for a little bit, although I think I should probably update that wait to make it last a little bit longer since you're launching 5 missiles at once. That is the fire system. And with those 2 missile firing systems, I actually need to go and then be able to switch. So with my controller, I was able to set up one of the right bumper trigger, and I have a little system that checks to see which one you're on. So I have what's called a bool. So it's a on or off kind of system. And then I'm checking to listen for the input of that button. Then I'm checking to see which bool, or what the bool state is. So if it's on or off. Then I'm going to go to my multi-missile system if it's off, and then I'm going to turn that bool on. Then I'm going to switch my UI. Then I'm also setting up the fire control system so that the multi-fire system is on and the single fire system is off. So that kind of makes sense, right? And then once that's done doing that, it's going to go back and just listen for that bumper input. And then the next time it goes, it's going to go back to the bool check to see if the bool is on or off. And because it's on this time, it's going to then go to the single fire, and it's going to turn the bool back to off. It's going to switch back the UI sprite to be the single missile sprite. Then it's going to turn the single missile sprite FSM on, and it's going to turn the multi one off. So now I can only fire a single missile. So that's the system that makes that work. Now let's look at the other thing that I did, and that was to add some power-ups. So let me just add these to the scene real quick so we can see what those look like. So I have a missile power-up, right? We have those missiles. We need to be able to take a look at those. So let's go into our power-up. So I have a sprite that looks like the UI. And then with the little plus sign on it, it has a sound that's associated with it. And then it also has this little particle effect that kind of rotates around the power-up sprite. So that is the missile sprite. And then when the player does hit this with a laser, it then adds 5 more missiles to the system. All right, so that is the missile, that is the missile power-up system. Then I also have a health version as well. So our health goes down quite quickly in this game. And so what I do is, again, I have a little sprite that's kind of associated with health, a little heart in the middle with a plus sign. And then I also have a particle effect that goes around that just to give it some effect. And it also has a power-up sound so that we know that it's on screen if we don't see it based off where we're at. And that is your Trixel Rocket 2 update of the week, I guess, because I haven't updated you guys in a week. Again, it takes a while to travel from my planet to yours. So anyway, there's your update of the day. I need to still continue to work on my level generation system. So currently it's partially working. I have some of the parts in there to start generating levels and checking and turning off UIs and then turning UIs back on and controls and all kinds of weird stuff like that. But hey, this is Jerry from Bliz Studio. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and that little bell icon down there so you know when the next video is available. Till next time, peace.